Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Bogdan here. In this one, we will be running an Algethar Academy +5 on our Demon Hunter as Vengeance, and I'm going to walk you through what is my fastest route when I am running this dungeon to farm bonus valor in the fastest and most efficient way possible. If you like this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section down below. Let's get right into it. Alright folks, in Algethar Academy, what I really love to do is go left towards the elemental boss. One, because if you have a roguing group, you can actually shroud directly to the first boss and do those packs, trigger it, and play it. But also because these mobs are pretty good count, and most of the classes have a very good way of dealing with them. Go elemental. Okay, make sure that over here, you're very careful about the scepter because it's going to cast a very big AoE spell. And make sure you have damage mitigation up for when the battle axes do a very large swing on you. That is the most... Those are the two most dangerous things that you, the tank, can deal with. And if you deal with them properly, your group is not going to have any issues. Sure, we grab all of these, and then we're back on the Ravager. I'm gonna pull the Ravager into the next pack because these mobs literally do nothing. I'm just gonna go middle here. Again, focus the scepter. I'm just gonna meta. Kicking that, AoE silencing. Hopefully they're going to use some cooldowns, putting up active mitigation, AoE fearing, and everybody's going to have a very bad time. Those are 14 stacks of bursting.
Members of the Blue Dragonflight accidentally overloaded an arcane elemental and created a powerful construct named Veximus that quickly started to wreak havoc.
Easy. I think he could have bloodlusted here, and we would still have it for last boss. So one of the things that I recommended people do... Oh, he lusted very late. Oh, the bosses have dead, mate. Actually, lusting at any other point would have been far better, but I guess it's fine. Alright, you go to left side. Game, same rule here. Watch out for the scepter cast. I'm just going to AoE silence them right away. It's going to prevent it from casting. Make sure we grab these foragers on the side. Kick blast on the next scepter. I'll stand in front of the beam. And you don't necessarily need to kill this pack, but because it has so little HP, you can actually avoid it. Or if you have a rogue, you can snap it onto the guy on the top platform. During bursting weeks, I would recommend that you guys completely avoid Ravagers. Just don't pull the packs that have Ravagers in them. Make sure you avoid them altogether. Because typically what happens is people are going to not focus down Ravagers. They're going to focus all of the other mobs because they're padding damage. And you're going to have a mob with like a bajillion stacks. And yes, bolstering right now is manageable because it does get reduced over time, right? It has an expiration date. The buff, each stack individually has an expiration date. And however, you can get one clapped by these mobs as a tank, so be very careful. Again, same thing here. The eagle, I didn't mean to get hit by that. If it's bolstering weak, try to kite them, try to maybe pull the other mobs, fear them somewhere to the side with like a sigil, or mass root them if you have druid in the group. That would be very helpful. And just deal with the big guys. In all other weeks, you should be good. Yeah, there's Shaman. We don't know where he is. Maybe DC'd. Doesn't matter. Make sure you kill... you kick. Cast on the Eagles. Dodge the Gust. Many of these mobs have the same mechanics that the boss has. This is something that Blizzard has done quite a lot of. One person left, but we can very easily 4-man this dungeon. We were kind of carrying that person. Make sure you have active damage mitigation for every single peck, and you spam the heck out of your cooldowns. And personal heals, if you have any, on this boss to keep yourself alive. Warriors do have a bit of a rough time on this boss compared to the other tanks. I mean, even Guardian deals pretty well with this boss, because this boss has physical damage mainly. The Screech is magic damage, but the Peck is physical, which leaves a dot. Physical damage inflicted every second, you can see there on the tooltip. So you can pair it up with a bunch of things. Like here, I can pair it up with Hell Devastation if it was a hierarchy. When I did the 20 Tyrannical on this boss, on my Demon Hunter, I just rotated every single third and fourth and fifth peck. I rotated something in addition to my Demon Spikes in order to keep myself alive. And I would also use the String Kit, Decoration of Flame, which would put a shield on me. And that would be very, very good, because it helps you absorb so much upfront damage and generate enough resource in order for you to keep healing yourself as the dot is doing damage. Now, this is a room that a lot of people have a little bit of a tough time. I like going left, starting left. Make sure that you hit the Lashers, the big Lashers first. Don't pull everything until you have aggro. That's one of the issues in Pugs, is the fact that everybody just wants to mash their DPS buttons. They don't think about, well, does the tank have aggro? Is this something that I can do? Am I gonna lay flat face on the floor? They just care about mashing their buttons and nothing else. So if that's you, totally understandable. However, one good thing to keep in mind is make sure you have secured threat first before you move on and keep chain pulling. On this boss, make sure that you all stack in the same space. It's going to make it much, much easier when he's going to spawn the swirlies. Personally, we prefer going like Beyonce to the left. This is what I recommend a lot of people do. It's very comfortable on the layout of the keyboard to move to the left. Feel free to pad as much as possible on these Lashers. Make sure that you kill them both now as well as before the uproot. Your tank is going to thank you 5,000 or 9,000. I forgot what the saying was from endgame. But that's definitely something that your tank definitely needs help with, because when this boss uproots the small ones, every auto attack that they get, successful auto attack that they get on any player, it puts a damage over time effect, and it stacks up very, very, very fast, and it hurts. And you know, for example, Death Knights can anti-magic shell it. There's a bunch of things that various classes can do. Here, only kick the missiles, do not kick the other cast from the invokers. If the other cast does go through, and it should, just make sure that you are sitting in all of the other mobs, because it's friendly fire damage. Also, if you have a Shadow Priest for this pack, make sure that it mind controls the Restorer, this mob. It's going to give you a haste buff. It's not equivalent to the Bloodlust, but it stacks with Bloodlust, and it's actually it is just very, very good. So whether you have a Disc Priest, make sure that they are spec'd into that, or a Shadow Priest. This boss is pretty straightforward. Any mechanic that does damage to you, if you take damage from any mechanic, you gain a stack of this. You can see right here. So because some damage, most of the damage on this fight is avoidable, right? She has a frontal breath. She has that thing where she sucks everybody in. So that breath, right, totally dodgeable. This bomb, however, it's not. So whoever gets the bomb is going to automatically get a stack at the end of the bomb. Now you can do things in order to prevent the bomb. You can AMS it, you can cloak it. As a rogue, you can do a bunch of things. You can basically use immunities for it to prevent yourself from gaining a stack. However, and you saw the shaman got 3 stacks, so when he dropped the pool next to that pillar, which is very good positioning for him, even though we're doing a +5, this guy is exercising his muscle for higher keys. If you get hit by any of these orbs, you're also going to get a stack. And again, anything that does damage to you in this key is going to give you a stack. And that was Algethar Academy on a +5, fastest, most efficient route that I use on my tanks or any of my characters, whether they're fresh or max level, geared out of their minds in order to farm additional bonus valor. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave any comments in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to check out any of the other videos here, whether you want to know how to farm bonus valor or you want to see me run some of the other dungeons and give you some tips and tricks. Click the button below to watch the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.